Hey, what's up guys? So, earlier on, a couple months ago, I made a video titled Everything That You Need to Know About Recon Wildlands, and that video did okay for itself. And within those 2 months, I have been asked in the comments to do a video on the new information that has came out for Recon Wildlands, and there actually has been some really good information that has come out. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about all of the new information in a part 2-ish video to that video on everything that you need to know about Recon Wildlands. So let's get right into it. I hope you guys like the video. Leave a like, leave a subscription. It really does help me out. Right off the bat, I've been reading other forums and watching some videos on people that have been complaining that this game is so big that it's going to crash their internet. They're not going to be able to play with friends because their internet isn't good enough. And if you're not running straight Ethernet into your gaming console, you're not really going to be able to get the best quality out because it's going to be lagging, glitching, and all that. But they have an option in this to be able to play the game offline with 3 friends. So instead of you going out and being in this massive world with all of these other players, you can simply put it in and say, I am only going to play with my 3 friends in this world without hogging all of the internet and telling your mom that she can't make her phone calls. I don't know, man, I think I just aged myself. So what about the offline play? If I'm playing with 3 friends, do you have to be following each other and ruin the entire open world atmosphere for yourself? Well, the answer is really no. If you're playing offline, or even if you're playing online with friends, you have the ability to run around the entire map or the world as you please. There is no limitations. You don't have to follow everybody to be able to do these missions. You guys can scatter around and you can meet in one position anytime you want to do a mission, which is really nice. It's very GTA style. So if we're going to be thinking about controls here, it has been confirmed that this game is going to be somewhat of a mix between Splinter Cell and Grand Theft Auto 5 controls. There's people that have been worrying about the game being more of like a Battlefield type control in a third-person game, and it's going to kind of throw them off, but that's simply not the case. It's not going to be like that. They're sticking with what's familiar, and if you've played any of the GTAs or any Splinter Cells, that's how the game is going to feel, kind of like a hybrid between those two. I think I talked about this in my other videos on massive worlds and having the option to fast travel. So far in this game, there has not been an announcement for fast travel. There's been an announcement that the vehicles are the way to get around these maps. I don't know if this is going to stick around though. I think that they're trying to get you to explore the world and kind of get used to it. But if I'm not able to fast travel around a map, it really kind of makes me bored. And it's not saying that the game is boring, it's just saying that driving places isn't my style, or flying places isn't really my style. I like being able to conquer this one area, and after that, I am able to fast travel there as I please. But that's just me, and my Far Cry brain. If any of you have played Future Soldier, you know that they had something in that game called Gunsmith, which is kind of a thing where you can do any type of combo with a gun you can really imagine. And you build your own guns, and it gives kind of your personality. And in Recon Wildlands, they are bringing it back. And this is really the blood life of games today. You need to give some weapons personality. You can't just give them an AR and say, yep, this is it. This is your gun. You have to have the opportunity to make a gun the way that you want it so that your playing is your style. And in Future Soldier, the Gunsmith was something that I really spent a lot of time in because I loved that game. And I loved that ability to make your gun the way that you wanted it to be. When we're talking about the guns and we're talking about the fighting, a lot of people are real into the actual fighting mechanics of the game. How fast are we gonna die? That's the question. How fast will you die in this game? Well, it's been confirmed that there's a roughly 6 bullets to your death kind of ratio, which is actually really low if you think about it, because in a fast-paced game like, say, Call of Duty, it's a lot better for you to die faster for the simple fact of the competitive aspect behind it. But if you're playing a strategic game like this, if you're surrounded by 6 guys and you step on an ant and it cracks, all these 6 guys look at you and they all have to shoot you once and you're dead, which can be a little bit rough on the players at times. Now, for possible release date, this is based on myself looking at common release date patterns and making my own formula for this release date. There's nothing scientific or there's nothing set in stone about this. So hear me out. I think that I have a good formula here. This game was announced at E3 2015. That was in June 2015. Many people are saying that about a year from that would be about right for the game to be released, but you have to look at what happened with other huge popular open world games. GTA 5, Watch Dogs, even The Division. All these games were pushed back for longer than originally thought. And with the very soon release date of The Division being created by the same company, I feel that The Division has to settle in a little bit more for them to release Ghost Recons for maximum profit. So my prediction is early 2017 Ghost Recon Wildlands to come out. But that's just me. And finally, we're going to talk about the story a little bit here. Now, what about the story? Like, what's the deal with this? What are you going to be doing? Well, the game is really based around the drug cartel. The goals seem to completely be to get inside major suppliers' heads and have them kind of kill each other, kind of like as an inside job thing. A line that was said in the trailer that kind of gave me this idea, and after watching it a few times, was they said, quote, "How do you fight an enemy that doesn't fear death? You manipulate them from the inside until the monsters wipe each other out." So this game seems to be about getting into the people under the big powers' heads and have the big powers kind of screw up their entire system so that they get at each other's throats and they kind of kill themselves. But you know what, guys? That's what I have for you today. This is all the new information that has come out about Ghost Recon Wildlands. I hope that this was helpful for all of you. Leave a like if it helped you out. Leave a subscription. It really, really does help me out. I will see you all later.